All right, very nice.
Jelly Roll Johnson. Nice to
All right,
meet
man.
you.
Good to meet you.
Well, everybody, it's me again, and I'm here with one of the legends of harmonica playing here at the SPAH convention in Dallas, Texas. And I'd like to introduce you all to Jelly Roll Johnson, a man I had never, I didn't know before yesterday when we were sitting downstairs, as we do in SPAH, around a table, and I was a part of a jazz jam, and I heard this tone coming out of this guy that just drew me in, and it felt like it was coming out of his soul. And I also loved the unique way that he was holding the harmonica, and just his whole presence was very powerful to me. So, Jelly Roll, would you say hello and demonstrate a little bit of the kind of tone that I was hearing last night?
Yeah, I'll play a little bit of a song. It's on a CD I did recently. I can talk about later, but it's a Percy Mayfield song. Please Send Me Some of the Love, and it's a blues, but it's a little not a standard foreign blues. So I'll just play a little bit of the melody.
Nice. Beautiful. You know, I love the way you shape the tone with your hands like that. That's very unique and very cool.
You know, a lot of it doesn't do a lot. You know, a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
the finger wiggle is. My wife said I should try to like copyright that or something. It's really not affecting this. You know, just the fingers up here when you're holding the harp like that. Not affecting the sound very much. And somebody told me that they thought I was trying to. Well, first off, I never knew that I did that until I saw myself on a video. I had already been playing about a year before I actually saw what it looked like, you know. And so somebody said they thought that I was trying to express the emotion of the notes in my fingers.
That's cool.
You know. So anyway, but whatever I'm doing, it's not a conscious thing.
So Jelly Roll, I'm wondering if I'm new to the harmonica and I want to start getting a little bit of a tone like what you have, what's something that I might do to improve my tone, get that real soulful bluesy sound?
Now, one thing that I worked on years ago was just holding single notes, either blow notes or draw notes, or you know, if you're bending notes, you can hold those bends too, and see how long you can hold them, and but more straight notes than bent notes. You'd also.
What harmonica are you using there? Is
It's
that
a G.
Oh, it's a G.
Sorry.
All right, that's
I was
okay.
supposed to use a C, wasn't I?
Could you switch over to a C?
Yeah, a C.
C is what we most of us
Okay.
beginning harmonica players have sitting around.
Okay.
And what hole are you going to play?
On a C harmonica. It's 2-hole draw.
2-hole draw.
can also practice it starting soft and getting louder, or getting loud, starting loud and getting softer. You know.
So let's go back to that original exercise and let's all play together. We're using C harmonicas. We're drawing on hole number 2, and what we're doing is we're just pulling the air in and seeing how we can shape that sound and getting for the biggest round. I don't know, how would you describe the tone you're looking for?
Very, very big and round, and not tinny.
Yeah, not
or shrill.
Almost like a drop jaw sound.
Yeah.
Like, let's hear that again, and
Okay.
we'll all play it together. Nice. Beautiful. That's
And
sweet.
vibrato and letting it decay a little bit. And,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's like some things are. You know, I know it's great to come to SPAH and learn. You know, like, but some things are for me. You know, I've learned a lot being here, of course, over the years. But you know, a lot of the stuff that I do, I just kind of. I was just trying to express myself, you know. I really wasn't thinking so much about the technique. So, you know, if you just try to play the song and try to, you know, try to be sensitive to what the song needs.
That's cool. Would you teach me just a short riff, just of a few notes that I could try and imitate some of that tone?
Okay.
Let's do that a few more times.
Okay.
So, you live in Nashville?
Yeah, I've been in Nashville since 1984, and I do studio work for, you know, whoever calls me. I played on records, Randy Travis and the Judds and Trisha Yearwood and Kenny Rogers, Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney. Who else?
So when you hear those records, the harmonica on the record is actually a guy, a studio guy, like a studio musician, like Jelly Roll here behind the scenes, actually making the real music happen.
Yeah, Nashville's maybe a little different because a lot of the artists don't use the band that plays with them live on the recordings. You know, they use studio players, which, you know, happens in other places too. But it's basically the singer's record, and they choose, you know, the best musicians that they and their producer want to use. So it's usually studio musicians.
And how many harmonica players are there to choose from in Nashville?
You know, I'm probably the only guy that just plays harmonica, except for, well, I mean, Charlie McCoy plays other instruments. I'm not sure how much he does sessions with other instruments, and he does a little bit, but me and there's a guy named Jim Hoke who plays like about 20 different instruments. And
So if we wanted to hear more of your music, what would we do?
I have a website.
What's that?
Yeah, jellyrolljohnson.com.
jellyrolljohnson.com.
And
Nice.
I have a couple of CDs. I have one of them here. This one is it's all instrumental. Me playing with like guitar, bass, and drums, small band.
Jelly Roll Johnson, songs from the record world.
Yeah, a buddy of mine had a record store called Jerry's Record World, and when I first started playing, I hung out a lot there, and that's where I heard all these songs for the first time. And these aren't necessarily like harmonica songs, or even some of them, you know, had been done with harmonica on. Some of them had not. It was just, you know, melodies that I really liked, and songs that, you know, I thought fit together well. So anyway, that's that one. The other one I don't have it with me, but I did it a while back. But it's with several of the singer-songwriters that I play with live. Fred Noblock, Tony Rada, and then there's several other guys on there. So it's they're singing their songs with me accompanying. So you can hear that sound more on a CD with a lot of it instead of just hearing it on, you know, one song on a record. You know, so.
Well, it's a real treat to meet you, and I hope we get to hear more of your stuff.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Jelly Roll Johnson.
That's great, man.
Bonaculas.
That's great. Are you playing? Is that a Leon?
That's a melody maker.
Melody maker.